way. All right. Can you hear us all the way back? No?
Turn it up!
Okay, Mr. Martin is going to take care of the volume. I'll go over here. Can you hear us all the way back over there? Or vote yes? So we'll pay attention to you guys if you look back can hear us. Sounds good? All right. One more time. Take it back right hand corner. You guys all right over there now? All right. And the left hand corner, we know you're fine. All right. All right, we're going to get the show rocking here. My name is Watson with our co-partner over here, John Cathedral. And we've been invited back again for a second year. So thank you, because you must have said something nice to those guys. So we appreciate you coming back. So we want to get serious. We're going to start the program. As we all know, last night we were on the devastating attack on our school children in schools. This is a major problem. We're not going to make it a political statement, but we want you to know that we understand. We're heartfelt about these losses all over the country. We'd like to ask you for a moment of silence to remember the young people. Thank you. God bless them. All right, we are ready to go, John.
Wait a minute. Look at the crowd. All the way down there. That's what, in Kentucky, all the way up there in Michigan. They're here. This crowd's getting bigger. How many? The help us with our marketing to figure out who's coming from where. How many, by show of hands, how many of you have either been here before or this is your first time?
Let's try that one more time.
What, for the people from Texas?
No.
You know what, folks? I don't care where you go in this great country of ours. There are people from Texas. They let you know they're from Texas.
Yes, we do. So we have to defend our own church because John and I are from New England. So how many people do we have here from New England? That's good. It's a test run.
We don't have time to go state by state because they want to hear these guys.
I don't want to do a state by state. I'll suggest to the people in New England. How many people watch a Wednesday night show called Our Meeting in New England? But we have fans from Australia and London. On our Facebook page, how many people watch our show? Woo! So there is a treat. Okay?
See, all the things that he's taking all this info, I can do it with one question. Everybody at once, just yell out where you're from.
So,
I got to do one thing. I'm told that these guys, there's a lot of engineers that own our region. Do you have any engineers on our guys? Not as many as I thought. Anyway, let's do it. Let's do this. We're going to give away a big prize. Pick a number between 1 and 9 and don't tell anybody what it is, okay? Pick a number between 1 and 9 and don't tell anybody else what it is. Now take that number and multiply it by 9. Now you probably get a two-digit number, so if it was 54, add those two digits together. So if it was 54, you would add 5 to 4. Now subtract 5 from that number. And you've got another number. Give that number an alphabetical equivalent. So if the number was 1, it's A, 2, it's 3. I would call it 11. Think of a country. That write it down, it's not big enough. Think of a country that begins with that letter. Okay? We're losing them fast. Take the last letter of that country and think of an animal.
where are we going with this?
Why? Now take the last letter of that animal and think of a color. Who thinks they might have it? My show hands without yelling. Okay, you're first, kid. Quiet down. I haven't asked you the question. Would you stand up for a second? What's your first name? John? Okay. Mind if I call you John? Okay. You call me Mr. P. John, look around at this audience. I don't know if you've been here before or you know any of these people, but how much credibility do you think you have with that audience if you were to tell them that there's such a thing as an orange kangaroo from Denmark? So, what are we here for?
One thing that we are. It's all right. Tonight, after dinner, if you don't want to stick around here, we're going to do the show live from the stage tonight. It's a 1 hour show from 7 to 8 p.m. If somebody want to be interviewed, come on up and say hello to us, but we will be up here. Rob Lloyd is going to be ready for the show. Okay. We should probably turn it over to the Brady. The Brady Bunch. Brady Bunch. Good stuff.
Keep in mind one thing. I don't know if there's anywhere else you can go in the world of our game where you will have the founders and owners and top executives of the company come face to face with you, and not only come face to face and not make a 20-minute canned speech through a teleprompter, but they will actually answer your question. So, after they make their opening comments, Bob and I will be down here, and if you have a question, raise your hand. All I ask you is this: if it's a question that's specifically pertinent to your unit, as opposed to a general comment that you want to make, please do it, after this session. So we'll be done here by what, 2 o'clock, guys? 2 o'clock. So we know where else to go. So, because quite frankly, if you've got a problem with your unit, nobody else cares. So they've got their own issues to deal with. If you're going to do brain child and stuff like that, just show the picture. So that's what we're going to do. Bob, why don't we bring the stars of the show up here? We will relegate ourselves to the floor. We want you to have fun. Folks, this is a fun thing that we're doing. We are here to have fun. And we want you to know that everybody behind this company that's wearing all the blue shirts and the black shirts and the hats, they want you to have fun too. So, with that being said, that's the overriding concept of this event. And let's get ready.
That's my line. That's my line. So,
you need to spread down there.
It's really difficult trying to share a stage with each other. Right? However, I've been writing, speaking, consulting in the RV industry for 26 years. And I've never, I'm not saying this because they're sitting on the sidelines and they're paying us. I've never seen corporate executives in the RV industry interact and listen to the customers the way that Alliance RV does. Owners of Alliance RV who are experiencing something that the industry hasn't seen before. And the industry's been out there for almost 60 years. So it's about time somebody did it. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2 guys that did it are Coley and Brady. Coley and Ryan Brady. That's a tough act to follow there, Tom. I have the comedic talent that he does, but we look forward to getting on stage here and interacting with you all now. I guess we just want to start by
thanking you guys. 2 years ago, over at the Elkhart campground, I think we had maybe 50 owners, which we were amazed at the turnout back then, just 2 years ago. And to see how far it's come to 220 owners here today, it's very humbling. I just want to thank you guys for making the trip, taking the time out of your busy schedules to come to Elkhart to see us. So thank you very much. So about 15 minutes before we got on stage with John, pulled me aside, he actually asked me, he said, what's going through your mind as you look out over this room here? And, you gotta stop for a second and think about it. I think one of the biggest things is just, the pride. We're proud of what we've achieved here, in large part because of you guys. But, a bigger impact has been our team. We are incredibly proud of the team that we have here. Coley and I found the company, but it's those guys that make it work today. This rally is no small feat. I mean, the logistics, the organization that goes into this, it's months of planning and organizing to get it done. We want to highlight a few of our team members who got us to this point, and I guess we'll hold applause at the end, but we want to specifically mention Bill Martin, of course. Where are you, Bill? Over there. We have Ron Boyer, Chip Bonacci, Chip Belletti, our service folks who I've been here. I was here a couple hours yesterday, here this morning. I think I've had 15 people come up to me and just thank me for how good of a job our service team did. Those guys are absolutely crushing it. I want to specifically highlight Brenda, who coordinates all the parts, and Josh Gonzalez, who's done an amazing job. This is a great opportunity. We enjoy this. We look forward to this week more than you guys know. I know our guys do as well. The opportunity to connect with you, to hang out, to do work on your rigs. We enjoy it, and it's something that we look forward to. So again, thank you guys.
Yeah, so this is pretty awesome. You got over 500 people in this room, which is truly incredible. When you think about this business, Alliance RV, that was, 3 years ago, we were in an open field, and we were in a temporary office. We had nothing going on, and we had just a small group. It was maybe 5 to 7 of us in a room. And in August of 19, Bill created a Facebook group, and he pinged it out there. And from past experiences and past connections, whether it be from Ryan and I at Heartland or Bill from Grand Design and Jayco, and we were able to attract a lot of product owners to the group, and I know there's a lot of Heartlanders out there, Jim Belletti and his group, which is a big group over at Heartland, by the way. There was a lot of those folks that came over and started giving us feedback, or ideas on how we would start this company. And really, it was those ideas that kind of went into the product, that original brand, the Paradigm, which that product hasn't changed much since the beginning. If you look at a Paradigm today versus the way it looked day number one in the fall of 2019, before the pandemic, that product is really, as far as features, very, very similar with the way it started. So, and that was because of actual product owners, people that use these products day in and day out, giving us feedback. What are their pain points? What were their problems? What didn't they like about their current product? And those are all the things that were incorporated into the brands. And those ideas then transitioned into the Valley, and then transitioned into the Avenue that came out here this last fall. And so that's kind of how this whole company started. It was really on the product actual owners. And most people know that, but I'd like to kind of reiterate that. It's such a cool thing about what we're doing here. So since we got together last fall, actually it was last summer, it was in August of 2021, lots going on. You know, we continue to invest into the business. You know, growing a business isn't easy. It's tiring. It's you know, we're on the Facebook group nonstop. We're on customer service calls nonstop. We're trying to improve the brand as far as manufacturing techniques and ideas to be better. You know, one of our core values is relentless improvement, and that is one thing that we do every day. We try to improve every single day. And I do want to make note on that Facebook group. You know, we kind of Ryan did a nice post maybe 3 weeks ago about we got to get away from some of this service on the group. It started from feedback and ideas on how to be better and relentlessly improve. And sometimes I think people are just going out there just to kind of, oh, I got one thing wrong, I just took delivery of this thing, I want everybody to know about it. Well, you know, that's okay, but that's not the point of the group. You know, the point of the group is, again, for ideas, or if something's not going right, let us know so we can relentlessly improve. And so that's one of the things that we're going to try to do and moderate a little bit better on the Facebook group. Exactly, right? I think Ryan's post was well received, and we're going to do a better job if people aren't being respectful. That's another thing we're going to definitely have to start taking people off the group. So I just want to get there was a bot that said, RVs are having fun, right? We want to have fun, and we want to take care of you day in and day out. We're going to do that, but it's in the right manner. So we're going to just start monitoring that a little bit better on our part, and if you guys can help us in that process, we would greatly appreciate it. A couple of things. So, right, the industry's been going crazy, right, the last 2 years since COVID hit. Dealers have been overwhelmed. We all know this, right? Dealers are just crazy busy. Maybe they don't do as good a job as they need to on a walkthrough because they have so many RVs going out every single day. Those times are kind of going away now. It's slowing down. The industry is kind of normalizing. Our economy is kind of normalizing a little bit. We do have inflation, which is prevalent, as we see when we go to the fuel station weekly. It's definitely up there. But things are starting to normalize. But we're doing some things to continue to drive the brand. One of the things I want to highlight is NRBTA. And they're from Texas. It's the RV Training Academy. And this thing is awesome. So Garrett and Tony, can you stand up real quick, please? And the other gentleman here, the other two. But I know Garrett and Tony do a lot of things. So let me talk about NRBTA for just a quick second. We sent a 370 FB Paradigm down to Texas to their academy, and Rob Boyer flew out, and we did a bunch of video shoot on the product. And we compiled together 5 hours worth of video that is now live on our website. So if you go to the Alliance Academy on our website, you'll see a link that'll take you out to these videos. You gotta put your VIN number in, your name, and everything in there. So we want it for our owners, not for actual, just prospective buyers. And if you don't have a good walkthrough with your dealer, which hopefully we do, we're promoting that, we want you to have a good walkthrough. But you can go back home and go through every item on the RV in a 5-hour training session. And then they teach you and tell you how these things work, right? And this is going to be a tremendous asset. I just want to thank you guys for everything you've done for us with that academy, and I think it's going to be very well received, and thank you guys, so appreciate that. And I'll give them a quick plug. They do academies, week-long academies. I know some of our Alan has already signed up for an academy here this fall, so just, and they have these are a display or a booth over here. Yeah, okay, so yeah, they're around all week, so that's awesome. I also want you guys to know that we're investing back into the business. We're building another manufacturing plant later this year. That manufacturing plant will open in Q1 of next year, and that will allow us to get into travel trailers. So we are sticking to our plan from the beginning, and that plan was only 1 brand per year, no more. And we started out in 19, fall of 19 with Paradigm, fall of 20 was Valor, fall of 21 was the Avenue, and later this year will be our new travel trailer. And that's exciting because you open up to a bigger mass of people. It's also intimidating too, because we want to continue to give that great customer experience. And so we got to continue to invest in the business to do that. I will say too that, by doing the 1 brand per year, it really allows you to dial in and get that feedback. If you try to do too much too fast, you become average, and you're not excellent. And so that's why we really slow it down in the product development. Maybe that's why people are, why don't you have a trailer trailer yet? Why are you what's taking you so long? Well, there's a reason for that, and we don't want to be average. We want to be excellent in everything we do, and that's why we're waiting to have this trailer. So we're investing there. We've invested into a new holding yard. With the shortage of the supply chain world, which aren't ending. There's a lot of craziness happening in China and shutdowns in various big cities in China, and the ports are shut down. The supply chain challenges are going to persist, and we're going to need a big holding yard just to have, movability with product. Ryan mentioned Brenda. I think Brenda's here with our parts department. Brenda Curtis, our head of dealer services, VP of dealer services. We have our own dedicated parts building now that opened late in Q4. Which allows us to fulfill the parts orders in a more timely fashion for all of our customers across the country. And just to put it in perspective, we do 220 some rigs here, but this year we're going to produce 7,000 vehicles. So, round of applause for all you guys out there. That also requires us to have excellent support behind it and infrastructure behind it in order to make sure we're meeting the needs and the expectations, which are super high for all of our allies. So, I think that pretty well sums it up. We also often get asked as far as the team, the development there, back in, obviously we're continuing to invest significantly. We know that our brand has been really established. It was initially founded on the level of service that we commit to provide. So as we continue to scale, do know that the level of service that you guys have come to expect will continue going forward. We are absolutely committed to that. As far as team, we are up to 700 team members over at our campus in Elkhart, which we're extremely proud of. I think Coley and I, we don't necessarily get into the weeds on actually building the RVs on the lines, but what we do get very involved in is on culture and establishing and putting culture at the lines. A culture where our team feels valued and appreciated, not just a number. And that's the culture that we've created and that we're committed to maintaining as we continue to grow. I think if you pull one of our team members aside, I know a lot of you have had a chance to interact with them this week. You just ask them, what type of place the Lions to work for, and I think you guys will be happy with the answer that you hear from them. So all is good on the Alliance front. The state of the union is strong, in large part because of you. So I think we'll tee out with some Q&A.
Great. You have a question? Very good. While we're waiting for our first question, I wanted to recognize George Walker.
What I asked you to do, the last thing
Hold on, say about George. So the Alliance RV Owners Group on Facebook was founded by George. And how many people are up to now on that? 7,800. 7,800 people on the Alliance RV Owners Group page, which is incredible. And they continue to grow at an active pace. So thank you, George.
last year we ran in and out of the crowd, and we got a little complex, and we lost a lot of time. So out of respect for everybody, John's gonna run that side of the room, I'm gonna run this side, we're gonna ask you to come up to us, and follow the line. Now, be forewarned, we are gonna have fun with it.
I'm poaching. I'm poaching. I took somebody from your side.
Poaching, okay, go ahead, poach.
So tell us your name, where are you from, how old you are. Where are you from?
Cindy Henry, upstate New York. Moved back, I believe it was number 14. Yeah.
I'll hold my hands.
Okay.
These people, these New Yorkers, see, there's a pushy New Yorker.
Hopefully, was trained by Bill Blasio.
Where's the rally next year? If you're gonna get that many people.
Where's the reality next year? She's from Syracuse, Buffalo,
Syracuse North.
Well, we love being here in the Elkhart area, close to the factory, so I would anticipate we would be back here next year. And the number might go 275, 300, but we're ready and willing to support the growth. But this facility here can handle it, so yeah, we'll be back here. And Jim Bolini's working on dates. He's putting down on the dates and the middle dates.
All right, okay.
You need to go to the bathroom or you want to ask?
Don't be bashful. Because if you don't come up to us, we will come up to you. How many, I don't know if we'll get a question to the answer before, because John answered, asked 12 questions at one time. How many of you are actually attending the very first Alliance rally? Holy wow. All right, any questions? You can't have one.
I'm Doug Powell. My wife and I own a 390 MP. Just want to thank you very much for having us. It's an incredible adventure, and thanks for having us here. Just curious, how did you come up with the names Paradigm, Valor, and Avenue?
Good question.
Great question. I think I'll even add to your question the name Alliance RV as a company name. Our mission at Alliance RV is to form alliances with our team members, with our supplier partners, with our dealer partners, and then most importantly with our end customers. Hence the name Alliance RV. Our go-to-market approach, the crowdsourcing model that Coley mentioned, our focus, on build quality and really standing behind it with excellent customer service. Treating our team members with respect and appreciation. We view that as a bit of a change in the mindset in the RV industry. Paradigm is a fancy word for mindset, so we are trying to shift the RV mindset. Valor was Jeremiah's brainchild, but I would say Valor, to maintain that paradigm shift, requires bravery and valor. And then Avenue was Ab's brainchild, and just kind of maintaining down that path that we've set our course on this Avenue. And so we are developing a travel trailer. If anybody has any good name ideas, I'll take them offline.
Can you name it to you?
So we have Tom here. Tom is from Georgia. And Tom is probably going to say y'all on this question.
Well, this company, to really use this company today to establish a good routine with text, because out in the RV world, the dealer body is really difficult to work with to get repairs. They often set up an appointment, you go for your appointment in this, or how long can you leave it, or so, a good way to teach techs how to repair the vehicles or campers quickly, get us back into our world would be wonderful. If there's something that you can do with their retail, I have a great deal of interest.
I think that's a great idea and something that we definitely will strive to do and want to do, and that's why we're working together with these guys to get more people trained up on the RV, lifestyle, technical side of things too. And that's why we're putting together videos too, so you can go through and, over empowerment, something about warriors can really lead the charge with is how do we empower you, the owners, too, to help maybe take care of it if there's a smaller thing or item that is intense to take care of as well. So we're working on all that, and I think that's a great idea.
All right, David, who was originally from Georgia, but he's an old timer now, so he's from all over the neighborhood.
Is there any consideration for the triple axle paradigm in the future? Because all RVs throughout here generally have the same cargo carrier capacity, but in like 385 specifically, we have tons of capability, but not the capacity, not the capability. And those of us who are full-time, we need a little bit more than 1,500 pounds of cargo carrier capacity to put necessary stuff in there. So is there any thought of putting a triple axle? I mean, that'd be looking at another thing last year, completely separated the rest of the pack. So it would really help us out with the great deal. It's a good thought on that.
To answer your question there, we're not confident specific talk to a triple axle. I think, when we, conceived the brand early on, we running gear consideration was definitely a focus and something to call it some of the upgrades that we've done around running gear was an attempt to address what you just mentioned there. We do build an RVA square footage kind of threshold requirement, which is 430 square feet. So, if we were to go above that, potentially we look at triple axle. We've also tried to maintain. If we look at our floor plan on-branding, we have 8 floor plans in Paradigm. And that's intentional, not trying to be, trying to be everything to everyone. But we're always listening to. So if I guess the demand's high, we'll look at it. And the other idea potentially there would be to look at an 8K national option. That would be something I think that might solve the carrying capacity. 8K axle or maybe an E-string tire type of thing. So, and maybe it's only for specific workloads to your point. It's maybe the 385 only, the 382 RK, those maybe the 200 kind of on that threshold of being more cargo carrying capacity. So, but like the 310, the 340, those floor plans, they're really good.
And we're going to go to Scott from California, but I don't know about you guys. This is a learning experience. I thought the triple axle was one of the things that the figure skaters did in the Olympics. I thought the triple axle was one of the figure skaters. Okay. Scott is here from California. He came all the way from California. I didn't say that.
I live in California, you don't really hear a lot about that out in the West Coast. I didn't know that. A friend in Michigan told me about that. You're starting to see a few, but not like, I know it's farther east we got, you started seeing some. Then you thought about, I don't know, advertising, getting even more word out in the West Coast. It's been video jobs, so stuff in every level, really good. You see running as a dog trade, people with dog trades to probably need an extra time. But, it just doesn't seem like the word is out there.
Well, that's it. Our number one selling rep at our company is Max Dia here. So, by the way, Max is in the crowd. And Max lives in Southern California. And so we have a really good, robust dealer network out there in California. Who'd you buy from? What dealer? Antigua, I mentioned there, Grand One, Giant RV, Blue Dog, we got Folsom Lake, Pan Pacific, we got some really good dealers. Sky River is the new one that just came on board. So they're just brand new.
But don't you think you should have bought from Blue Dog, from X Dog, from Berkshire?
Maybe.
Go buy one.
But it's also a matter of us, continuing to grow, continue to get more product out there, and we're able to continue to get out there and be heard. So, yeah, we're still really doing that.
Bob has a little different down there, those New Yorkers. Go ahead, what's a New Yorker?
I've got Cindy from New York.
I think it's great that you're promoting the NRVTA. I'm wondering if you've given any thought to having some kind of standard procedure so that after we watch the videos or encourage that when someone's buying an Alliance product, that right from the get-go, when you're doing your PDI and there's things that need to be addressed, that we don't have to wait to that first service. We finally just did our first service, and it's been a year, I've been waiting for parts, the Lions had no idea. So if there was something that people could do across the country, the same for Alliance, to be different than other people, to say, hey, we have following this right from the get-go.
That's a really, really difficult one because dealers are their own entities, right? They're their own entrepreneurs, own businesses, and we are meaningful in a lot of ways to these dealers with our brand presence, but it takes time to become really, really meaningful where you have that leverage to kind of push down and say, hey, we need you to do X, Y, and Z. We're not there yet, quite honestly. We need to be a little bit bigger, we have more product availability with tractor trailers. We need to make sure, obviously, our infrastructure and our team is ready to support some of that stuff as well. So, to be honest with you, we're probably a couple years away from being able to kind of press back and dealers in that way. Otherwise, dealers might press back on us and say, well, if that's how it's going to be, you know, I don't want to be an Alliance or a dealer. So it's kind of walking that tightrope a little bit. Because we want to take care of you. It's evident with our day-to-day actions, but it's also, we want to make sure that we have lot presence so when people are in California or in Montana or in these various states, they can go and see one, you know, and kind of go through all the different floor plans. And a lot of customers will have like, why is it they don't have every one of your floor plans there, you know, right? Go to these lots, and so we have to do a good job of really balancing the relationship with the dealers and with all of you and consumers. So, but I'm with you. I think that's a good idea. It's just going to take a little more time in our development to do that.
Great. We have Natasha from Texas. Natasha.
Iowa. My license plate says Texas. I'm from Iowa.
How long have you had this problem that you don't know who you are?
5 years. We've been full-time on the road for 5 years.
We're basically home.
Yes. But I have a very beautiful home. Big home. Yeah. So, my question for you all is, we have a battle, which we absolutely love. But just looking around at all the faces here, I'm traveling with my family. We're kind of in the minority.
Where's your family? Your little children?
My kids are home doing their homework, so they're not there. But
How old are they? 3 and 4?
now they're 15 and 12, but they were 7 and 10 when we started. But they're really good.
Basically, you'll have no home when we come back.
Oh no, we have more. The really tall gentleman in the back wearing the end hat for so that's my husband.
What's the question?
My question is, do you guys have any plans for accommodating families in some more farmhouse type models in the future?
Yes, top secret. We do have a new floor plan on display that we need to your kitchen, which we're very excited about. We also have a lofted farmhouse in the fairground lineup that should debut this fall, which I think we can show you online what it's kind of looking like for the plans. Within the Avenue category, we have a couple long houses and more in the works, but as we continue to expand, we'll continue to have fun. I think the 390's been a big hit too. It was at 390 over a few minutes ago, that's going to bring that up. And the train.
Thank you, Natasha. But before we go to that, how many of you remember Smith Brothers coffee trucks? Any of you remember Smith Brothers coffee trucks? Okay, we have a celebrity in the audience. We have one of the original Smith Brothers here. Stand up, Mr. Smith. One of the original Smith Brothers. You saw me on the coffee shop. You're 142 years old, you look great. Wow, so good.
All right, Coley from Maryland. We have to ask you a question. John recently did a trip up from Florida, back to Massachusetts, and all he bragged about was Royal Farms. I never had it. But I started with
Absolutely, I don't know, it's very flavorful, not too crispy, not too soggy. It's good.
I was hoping, I was hoping the company was terrible, but I hate to give you credit. He actually had a good idea. But did you watch our television show? This is the guy who did Chef Boy idea out of the can. And he's Italian. So, all right, what's your question?
How do you go about dealer selection? Because in Maryland, obviously it's a small state, there's not that many dealers, and you've chosen Leo's as your representative there. And from most of the people, the alliance owners that I've talked to that have purchased from there, they've been none too happy with their service and so on. We have a wonderful salesperson who's actually here, Will, I think here somewhere. You were extremely informative. Unfortunately, you left before we took delivery, so you sort of got the short end of the stick there. But we would highly recommend another dealership that I've actually talked to Curtis about. But how do you go about making that decision?
Good question.
Yeah. So I think across America, there's like 5,000 plus RV dealers. It's a big number. And we have in our network less than 200. So in the grand scheme of things, we don't have as far as number of dealers that are available to us to select from. But we're very protective of our dealers in the territory, and when we go to a certain market like the Maryland market, we take all of our products to that specific dealer. Whereas other manufacturers might have, Paradigm at one dealership in Maryland, Valor at another dealership in Maryland, and Adam at another dealership in Maryland, where their customers have bounced around to get the view of the product. That's not how we set up our business model. But to answer your question, we really look critically at service pays, we look at their service history. We've been in the industry a long time. My background is sales, marketing, having worked with all these years in the past, with my time at Heartland, we have generally a pretty good sense of who the good operators are and who the bad operators are. And I feel pretty good about the guys, the guys in General Mutual get selected as dealers across the country. And most of them are pretty darn good. Now, I think one of the things that's happened is, again, we talked about is the last 24 months post-COVID, our industry's kind of spiked through the roof, and everybody was overwhelmed trying to keep up on the delivery, and we didn't do a very, honestly, we have done a very good job in some cases. But I say our dealer selection is pretty rigorous, and we're pretty critical about the dealer we select to bring on. And I will say on the dealers front, Will is here, there's a lot of happy customers that we talk to that bought from dealers as well. So, and they probably sold, what do you think, 50? I was going to say 50 of our bills since the beginning of our company. So there's, again, you might have had bad experience, but I think others have had pretty good ones. And so we kind of run amok a little bit, but we are pretty rigorous in our selection and making sure they're capable of, And I think as things normalize, right, we're back to a little more normal environment in the industry. I think every customer is going to see have a better experience when they go in for the product. So.
Thank you. If I can add to that, John, before you go, one of my other jobs is I'm the executive director of the New England Arctic Dealers Association. So I've got 35 dealers in 6 states, and I can attest to what the Brady boys have been through the last 2 years. And you have been through it too, because you're consumers. You're going to the facilities and the dealerships. We've never had the supply chain problems that we have. We've never been this short on technicians. The industry overall is doing a tremendous job now of recruiting new technicians. We should have done it 10 years ago. But they're now recruiting and training them. We've got an RVTA who's here today, and you'll meet all those folks. We had RBTI, which is the Industry Trade Center in Elkhart, here in Elkhart. So there are things being done, but there were a lot of factors that were completely out of control. And I've got dealers, we're very fortunate, but we have several multi-generational dealers that are on third generation, that have been dealers for 50, 60, 70 years. And they've never experienced what this industry experienced the last 2 years. So we're going back to John, I need some more people over here.
Hey, John, real quick break to action. Is Georgia Snyder in the room? I understand we have a brief presentation from Georgia.
Another son, George, Ray Charles, and George. Ray Charles. No Ray Charles. You got the right one, lady.
From day one, we had a small, 370. Jim and I actually had 371. Every time I needed anything, had a question, had a concern, we would ask you. It's in there. It's my secret. We'll be back to that. But it's true. And I think that everybody I've heard out there, it's true. I really surprised when I came to say, these guys answer their cell phones for us. Who does that? But I have questions to do. Come on up here. I've told you many times, and I've actually put it on the website a couple of dozen times, so he's my superhero. I'm not the only superhero. He's
Everybody, you went only for this time. Incredible. I'm sure you can't really get something. The one thing I really want to, outside of being very humble, but is I want to say, I am just both one member of the team. I'm not everybody's go-to, but we have a huge crew of people out here. There's a bunch of them standing out there. Michelle Miller, please raise your hand. The big guy who's been back and we part of the trail. Pete with hair, with red hair, and he's never been walked on. Kevin Connell, raise your hand. One of the newest members, Todd Burks. And significantly better half, Raven Burks. We also now have Trish Reed on our team, which many of you may know. Down in Florida, making sure the people who are not here, are getting taken care of as well. So we got to give a big hand to Trish Reed. She is the best at it. We love having her on the team. And I couldn't do without you guys. Thank you so much. With these guys, they put a huge amount of blood, sweat, and tears into this, and they give their 140% everything. And I really appreciate them, and I can't do it without you. And thank you.
Thank you.
is he's got to wear that thing all weekend. And if you see him not wearing that cape, you've got him on what he wants to do. Speaking of superheroes, Randy here is from the United States Marine Corps. But you know what? Armed Services Day was just like, Armed Forces Day was last week. Memorial Day is Sunday next week. We don't know whether it's Monday or Tuesday. But you know what? Maybe it's time right now to have all our veterans just stand and be recognized. Because they are the real superheroes. So, Randy from Oregon, California, Texas, all these people from foreign countries.
First off, I wanted to say thank you for your service. They go above and beyond. I know you hear it from people, but I can tell you what they did for me already. Top of the notch, top notch. Thank you very much.
That was a comment, now give us a question.
I know everybody wants to know, does Bill Martin sleep?
He's asleep right now.
Thank you, Bill. The other question I have is, I know you discontinued the 365 RD, and what are you looking at? Because we went into 365 because of the storage space. And so I'm curious now, as you discontinue that, what's going to be the storage capacity in a model that would replace that?
And will it come in camouflage? That's the great part of it.
We have the 385, which was kind of out right after the 365. And we will probably, as we continue to look out, we'll probably have that raised back. Have that additional storage, but that's 5-6 months away. Right now, the 385 is one of the top sellers and doing quite well.
All right, back over here. Tom from Ellington, Connecticut, and for our homeboys. So, what question do you have?
Well, first I'm going to say is go Bills.
God, that's all we have to we have the Patriots. You're in Connecticut. You're not even in Buffalo.
All right, so I frequently say that I did not buy an RV. I bought a company. So on that one, what is the thought process of offering stock in the future?
I think to offer stock, we would have to be a public company, which we have no interest in becoming. We like answering to our customers, our team members, and ourselves, not to Wall Street.
To your point, Tom, in essence, all of you do have stock in the company because you're rolling down the highway in Alliance RV.
We'll say, Coley and I and some of our team members, we did go to a Bills game this fall. And tailgating and screams, we had Bills pocket, which was quite the experience. And yeah, we tailgated, we went with the folks at Wilkins RV, and we had a battle that we tailgated in, and
you better watch these tables back here. Obviously, watch the tables. We go through them.
So we have our friend John from Pennsylvania, but I thought he was from Talladega. Now, that's something I can't think what I was saying. So, probably good at what I'm saying. Go ahead, John.
With all comments about the great service that you guys provide, any future plans for a facility with a factory, manufacturer supported, repair, maintenance, inspection facility as these units age? I'm gonna have mine for a long time. So
That's a really good question. That's a really good question. And the answer is yes, we will. In the short term, we do have a base on site today. Plant number 2, if you go to the back, plant 2, they're coming through for plant tours. We have it's about 15,000 square feet back there that we do have customers in every week, every day. We have customers units in. Our next building we talked about that's going up later this year, we're going to have a dedicated area, another probably 20,000 square feet for customer service work. Because you're right, if we can get product back to our facility, the work gets done correctly, right? We all know that. We want to have a facility on the ground somewhere. We probably need, honestly, just a little bit more product out into the field. Once we have that, so we can have a lot. If we're going to do this, we want to make sure we're building it up. I think we would, but we want to make sure that we get a little more product out before we make the investments into that. But in the short term, we do have the 2 different buildings on campus. And on top of that, by this time next year, we're going to have 5 campsites on the ground. We won't be in charge of cookies. I'm sure we'll be behind the man, especially in the summer, but we'll figure out how we go about allocating those slots for people that might be for service-related people to use. So.
Mr. Zagami, I think you have a final question. Anything else before we?
What's that?
Go ahead.
Oh, you get a couple more over there for John. All right, I've got Jim from Tennessee. Jim, what would you like to ask me?
First, a couple of compliments because given how recently this company was formed, we're probably one of the few second-generation owners of one of your RVs, and I will say, starting with Bill helping us get the warranty transferred to the way the service has gone, it's been, like we haven't been treated as second-class citizens, and we've been appreciative of that. As well, big shout out to Stephanie, I saw her introduce there, who's dealt with my numerous emails, but the service as well as the documentation itself. And this is the 4th company we've owned RVs from, and it is the best that we've seen. So that said, on the documentation front, since you're trying to encourage all this owner empowerment, what are your plans going forward beyond just the videos for some of the documentation, maybe model-specific manuals, maybe hot links to things like, here's your hot water heater, or here's how to order specific parts without having to overwhelm Stephanie's and others of the world. What are the kind of self-service plans that you have going forward?
I think, like Coley mentioned, a lot of the owner empowerment initiatives, our partnership with NRGVA. I think Bill and Jim Bonacci, some of the tech tutorial videos that we put out, and if we continue to grow, continue to push content out there for some of that, do-it-yourself type repair, education, owner empowerment. We talk about, the industry is going, but dealer performance is going to be a challenge. And the more that we can empower owners, the better I think the dealership experience can be. So it's an initiative that we're committed to, and we'll continue to create content around it.
Great. You know what, folks? I haven't checked the calendar, but I think it must be a full moon because we've got John from Pennsylvania wearing a Talladega shirt. We've got Natasha from Texas. We think she's from Iowa. And now we've got Brad here wearing a Dave and Buster shirt. So our people don't know. And then we got a guy back there still wearing the cape. So, Brad, tell us your story.
Well, the first part that I got is, this is just amazing. I've been to a lot of different things, through racing, drag racing, been in and out of it for 50 plus years. I've met a lot of people down the line, their own companies, Holly, Elbrock, so on and so forth. Never seen owners step up and talk to this many people that own their product. Just want to say thanks. It's amazing. Thanks to Jen. We pulled in 10 days ago with anything and everything wrong with ours. We all know that the dealers either can't, won't, or don't know how to fix a lot of them.
Brad, you're not supposed to drag race. You should have that in the manual. This unit is not designed for drag racing.
That's why they call me this year. I hold records of the top fuel heart rate, stock eliminator, super stock. I've been through quite a bit of different ranges of racing. But back to the question, I want to say thanks to Jim. He's seen a lot of the safety issues I had, got my unit in, we were able to make it back here. It was great. And my big question is, everywhere we go, everybody comes up, oh, that's a valve. Can we look at it? How do you like that, this and that? And I've never, even though we've had major things wrong, I've never said nothing wrong. I won't say anything, especially after this. I'll never say anything bad about Lions or anybody in their team. But pages we have after we get away from all that point fingers and this and that. But if you ever thought about having people, come to the manufacturer, get a little training, we go for time, we spend time before Alabama. So we can kind of like be a go-to to maybe say, no, you need to talk to this person, talk to this person, when they have issues. Just like you were saying, make some of the owners or whatever step up and kind of do a little bit of things, they can change their fees, they don't have to go to service change their fees, But I know there's a lot of people out there willing to do that. We are, and I think if you take them, bring back to the manufacturer, get a little bit of training, this, that, you'll have more fuzzy feeling when you're out there supporting the lines.
Well, I think that happens already. When you think about the pages that are out there, the owners page, the RV group page, there's comments, there's questions, there's service-related questions, and people, being our allies, are really quick to get on there and say, oh, try this, this, and this. And so it's already kind of happening. People are already, to your point, for something kind of small, hey, try to do this to solve the problem. And so I thank everybody in here for doing that. And we want to continue to foster more of that because that's what it's all about, how we all help each other out to enhance the customer experience. So I think that's a good thing. I wanted to make another note too about some of the things as far as overall quality, coming out of the factory today, and again, talk about relentless improvement. But we go to some of these big dealers that are in town, like General RV. They have 14 locations across the country. And they have a big pre-delivery inspection area in Elkhart, about 2 miles north of our facility. And we go up there, Curtis and our team will go up there, once every 2 weeks, maybe even more, once a week. Charles, our head of QC, I'm sure Charles is here. We go up there all the time, and we're always asking them, how do you view us as far as our product? And General RV carries every brand in the industry, everyone. I don't think there's anything they don't carry for that big. And they tell us, these techs that are going through our products, everyone, tell us that we're in the top 20 percentile as far as overall product quality. Now, are we satisfied there? No. We want to be top 1 percentile. But we are, just so everybody here knows, as far as quality standards that we have, coming from people that are, third party, they have no reason to tell us otherwise. We are in the top 20 percentile. We've gone to Campers Inn. They have a number of locations across the country as well. They have 30 locations. They have a pre-delivery inspection area here in Elkhart as well. And they're making the same comments back to us. Holy cow, you guys are in that top 20 percentile. You're close. And but we're also able to now more so than ever able to address and take care of some problems here in Elkhart before the product even goes out to the various dealers. And we think through a path, especially Paradigm, our first brand, they'll say Paradigm, check the box, that brand is really coming inside probably top 10 percentile. It's an avenue, it's a brand new brand, it's called what it is, it's a brand new production line. I'm just being truly transparent here. It's really difficult to get 100 guys and gals together to build a product. It takes a little bit of time to kind of get your mojo, get your motion going a little bit, get the product really tight on the quality one. So Paradigm right now, we're talking top 10 percentile in the industry hours, top 10 easily all day. And there's really not much that can compare to Paradigm now as far as product quality. Valor, with our new slide decks and some of the things we've changed there over the last. We had a lot to learn on solar. I'll be the first to admit with solar. Took a little bit of time for us to learn that, process. But when you talk to third-party dealers, that are, giving us the canned feedback, we're already on quality right now as a 3-year-old company, you know, top 10, top 20 percentile, we're striving for that top 1. So top 1%.
It's a valid point. My dealers tell me that all the time. When the Alliance units come in, they're better prepared and better built than most of the other units that are on the lot. I'm gonna have John do one more question, that I go back and close this section out, and turn over to Bill Martin, the man who never sleeps, and some housekeeping. So John, take that question, go back to me.
Great, Bob, we're back on the East Coast, Virginia Beach, Virginia, where Melvin has this to say.
Well, you kind of stole my question, because I was going to ask you about tracking quality and hotel in at the factory. I retired as a medicine after 30 years, and that whole part where individual physicians and nurses and techs have their quality and outcomes tracked. And, you know, they improve on quality overall.
Still have your prescription pad with you?
Good stuff. So, you know, I think, yes, you guys are, we certainly have a customer service, no question. But I do think that if we could get that quality just a little bit higher, that you could really start to dominate the market. And, you know, I mean, we know we have the best RD, but we want everybody else to do it. So I would just encourage you guys to try and come up with a way where you can track everybody that works on the unit, so that if that unit starts coming back and you see that there's recurring problems, you know there's an employee that you can go back to and say, hey, this isn't right, that worked, you know, this isn't right, that worked. Because the guy that's putting the refrigerator in, the refrigerator's going bad, it's not his problem. You know, but the guy that's doing the tax work, the plumbing work, if his joints are leaking, that's fine. But yet, if you don't know who's working, which everybody that's on the RD has gone through, you have to know who to go back to and be able to try and increase that quality or that question.
Kind of like go back to the doctor, if you were a kidney transplant when they leave for a broken ankle.
Something like that. I think it's, always talking about Coley mentioned, I think, we've never really felt better about involving production. It's, we strive for improvement, you know, it's a top industry, I believe so. I think with the team that we established, with the culture that we have at Alliance, you know, I feel great about all the far metrics stuff, we talk to dealers, constantly, talk to our partners, constantly. We have hard days with warranty claims, so we can track that. We feel good about the metrics. Obviously, we feel with the plan where, there's minimal turnover. We do see a plumbing, issue. The plumbing department's not big. We drive a good leader and drill down onto that. We did hire a director of quality, Charles Briggs, with plants right now. But I think having that formalized, director in place is definitely paid dividends for us. But we get it. It's a commitment that we've made that we want to be the absolute best, and we're going to see where we're best. But do feel really good about what we're doing. One other thing I'll add to is our folks coming out here are actually production people who are working in the last 2 days on the product. Having those production workers out here seeing firsthand, some of the things that you guys are asking for service they work on is invaluable. And it helps us too to go back, to build the product. I saw that for the customer you, I cannot let that happen again. So that's a big deal too, for being out here to see it firsthand with all of these last 2 days. The other thing too, part of our model, transparency and our presence on social media, while it's actually been a phenomenal resource, and also, pass the light on, some not so good experiences. And so I just, encourage others to realize that 99% of people have phenomenal experiences with their RVs, and of course with the nature of reviews, people tend to want to, post negative stuff as opposed to positive experiences. But we feel really, really good about quality, and importantly, we feel great about the experiences that our owners are having with
Two quick questions. How many of you own more than one Alliance RV? Okay. Anybody own more than two? No. Okay. One last thing. Service went up a lot as it's in this morning and the support of your RVs. There's a trend in the industry for a lot of manufacturers, including Alliance, to make a lot more information available to the consumers. And I think back to when Terry Cooper started in RVTA, and one of his favorite lines was, RVs could fix 80% of the problem with their RVs if they had the proper training. And that most people, we're getting to a point now where people are recognizing that. And quite honestly, the dealer would like that. That if you handle the small things, they have more time for the big things and a real serious project. So how many of you right now do your own, a lot of your own work on your rigs? Okay. How many of you don't do the second one now, but how many of you would do more if it was the information was readily available to you? Okay. Bill, Mr. Martin, thank you very much. You're all set. You feel better. Totally all right.
How many here, is this your third rally? How many, look at that. I think we had 45, maybe 50 in that first rally 3 years ago. And it's just so awesome to see so many old friends and making new friends as we go here. George, you're really old. General statement, though. Really no bearing on this meeting. So I just want to do a few housekeeping items. Well, first and foremost, one person I think needs a huge shout out. I don't know if he stepped out for a minute, but Curtis Farmington. I tell you what, about a year ago, when we first started, I'm a marketing guy. That's what I've done a lot. I love to take care of people, but I really didn't know how to other than to get them connected. Ryan Coley talked to me, said, we like you for, how you bridge that gap, but we can bring in that person and those people that know the back end of things. Curtis, he's my ride or die in this when it comes to helping put the back end of service together. That man has a capacity and an ability that I've never seen, so I don't think he's here to hear this, but I just want to say thank you to him for helping in such a big way make Alliance what it is, even though he's on more of the back end, doesn't get seen quite as much. Our Alliance for owners, I can't tell you how heartwarming it is to see allies bond together. Our Texas contingency, that group is nutting in a good way. And Paul Tyler, the Godfather, thank you for all that you do. So speaking of family, we have one of our own who has some medical concerns with a grandchild of theirs, and we have a silent auction that was pulled together by a couple of gracious allies here. So I wanted to invite Donna Walker up, just so she can get some details as to how this is going to go and tell you what this is all about.
Hi guys, isn't this great being back together again? Our family members, Mike, Rachel, Alex, grandchild, has had some medical problems. Anyway, some of us allies got together and we pulled up an idea to put on the silent auction to help out family. And I want to thank a few people, Will Knowles and Jim Belletti brought in some great RV products. And then our allies, oh my gosh, you guys have been overwhelmingly generous with your gifts back then. Anyway, so we start this morning at 7 and we'll end promptly on Friday at 4 o'clock. And we hope you all go back there, browse, do some reading, and have a good time. And let's help out a family that's in need. Okay? Thanks, guys.
I know this is where you like to be, so it's okay, but she always wants like to this. On the silent auction, Alliance RV is going to contribute $2,500 to Oh, now is the time that I'm going to try and buy some love from y'all. We got some giveaways. Now the first one, so you asked just a minute ago, how many people own more than one Alliance so far? So that was asked. Well, speaking of giving it to the family, we have a couple here who their brother owns an Alliance, their father owns an Alliance, they had a dollar to which they have now changed into a paradigm. That is 4 Alliance units. Holy smokes. So, I'm not going to make you read numbers or anything. I'm going to give you a set of cornhole boards so your family can enjoy. Sorry, folks, but your whole family knows. Come on up here, Mr. Merrill. So you too, if you buy 4 Alliances, you can have 4 of them. Just see me after this 4 right there. All right. So let's just give some stuff away. How about that? We got, thank you to our vendors. We pitched some stuff. We got vendors pitching. Shake that baby. Shake with the whipcord gig.
That's a lot.
All right, let's do first. I'm gonna like the, I'm gonna do a TV. 55 inches of LED reward.
Two, 5, 3, 5, 3. Blue, 2, 5, 3, 5, 3.
All right. Going once. Okay.
2, 5, 3, 5, 3.
And so we can get this stuff up here. We can get it right after the. Yeah, I'm taking this. You want me to just leave this up here and grab it after that? I got a hernia still in here. All right, what's up here then? How about a couple of Max Air bench jumpers?
All right, this is the yellow thing. 880-346. 880-346. You ready? You go.
We got one? We just need to pick it up here. And no, we do not provide warranty on aftermarket parts. So, Curtis, when he's trying to get under my skin, he likes to say, it's the retail way, get it away.
I'm sorry, we do that on the next.
Leave it to it. All right, what else we got? What's fun? It's all fun. Oh, what's more fun than Super Kid RV Sewer Hose, huh? Now, if this isn't the kid, I don't know what it is. Who's the lucky winner?
We got a purple ticket. Number is 845-766. That's 845-766. It should be
867 475-309. Ask for Jennifer. We got so much fun stuff to go through here. What do we got first? How about let's do a grill. It's grill. Look at that. 2 square feet of grilling.
Here we go, blue ticket, 225-248. That's 225-248.
225-248. Yes, I haven't even looked at the numbers on anything, so I'm going around. Missouri! Roseport, Missouri, in the house. The only one in the house.
At the post office and a gas station. Get a new cold grill.
Oh wait, what's in my back pocket? Let me see. Huh. Love's Travel Stop, $100 or 4 gallons of gas. And my wife has to live with this.
She's an extra one.
Chris has to live with it too.
Blue ticket, 225-276. That's 225-276.
Whoa, there you go.
I want to take a Hardy so you can get mushroom and sweet
We're especially burning some fingernails, so we're freshly manicured. That's service right there. My fingernails can't get you any further down. How about some Alliance chairs from New Grade? Couple of lucky winners, give away a pair.
Yellow ticket, 880358. That's 880358.
They want you to shake it, Curtis.
Shake it.
The bucket. The bucket. I will trade you a weather flow for 2 chairs if you would prefer to go back up. Or you can find 2 more friends. All right, 2 more chairs up for grabs.
Blue ticket, 225-235. 225-235.
Bingo!
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, perfect, thank you. Thank you for coming in. All right, we're going to make it through the week here, so we're going to wrap things up here for the auction today, or for the giveaways here, but we'll have more dinner time. Guys, you should have all gotten your local packets, an agenda, some t-shirts. If you have t-shirts, you're having exciting issues. We do have a few extras, we're happy to swap them out. If you found out you lost a little weight anyway here, get a small size. I'm smart how I work things. And also, just a little footnote, if anybody that had their units weighed, we did get those weights reported to us, so if you are overweight, your warranty has been canceled. Thank you. Saved us a lot of time and effort. I'm kidding you. Well, not really. Get it underway. All right. So guys, today we just have lunch on ground, the cornhole tournament. We will be bringing that indoors here. So that'll be a fun event as Bill done the Final Four on that last night. We have live music tomorrow night, so you know what? Rainy band, we're gonna have a great time either way.